the game. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
Well, the skies certainly aren't cooperating, Brock, but for a lot of those guys on the fields, this is perfect football weather. As we welcome you to another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage.
Well, this weather is not cooperating as we're set to go. And the NFL on EA Sports is underway. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And they'll be let out by their third-year signal caller.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
Their punter making his way out now. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So they come on offense now, ready for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by this promising young signal caller out of the University of Colorado.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Now looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll give him a 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 48. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Back to throw now. Looking for a target. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. So here comes this offense for its second series of the game. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They go play action on first. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Pass play now. He's got the first down grab and still going. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. Throwing it again here. And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. These guys take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And his guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Here's a give up the middle. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets a good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That is caught along the sideline, and he gets the feet down. Wow! That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
First down, ball at the 36. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And And he's brought down after a short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has it at the 7. He does it. Touchdown. These guys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, they'll look for him.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys tie this game 7-7. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Now after that return, we've got an injured player getting some assistance as we momentarily step aside. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tight end going in motion here. Play action on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Complete out to the right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. They'll send out the punting unit. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. Fair catch made here at the 30. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. They've got 1st down from the 31. Throwing off the play fake here. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Looking for a throw here. Hits him on the out route. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Give him 3 on that game. And it sets up 1st down. Another carry for him. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Setting up a throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
That's taken at the 15. And he's brought down before the return gets far. call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be their football. This offense making its way back out now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Finds the in route complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down, ball at the 36. Lone back gets the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Brought down back at the 32.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They have second down behind the sticks. Throwing now off play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
To get home and hit and impact the quarterback at this level, well, typically you got to do what this defense is doing, and that's keeping an offense off balance. Change up your looks. Rotate your personnel. Throw in some wrinkles. And once again, go hit that quarterback. Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Now this offense getting set to work here. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. There's a handoff up the gut. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, that came at the perfect time.
And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Across midfield to the 45. And he's finally hauled down at the 43. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right?
Yeah.
That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. And it's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow.
Here comes their offense out again. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They'll run here on first down. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to the well again. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
16 yards on the play. And it'll give him a first down. They'll run the counter. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Option design here. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
Finds him on the crossing route. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll give them a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll throw on first. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. That one is swatted away, incomplete, but there's a flag down in the secondary, and I think they're going to get somebody here for holding. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Alone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. A good pickup of 6 there, but still 13 to go on 3rd down. They're throwing it. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. This defensive battle has reached the 2-minute warning. Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. This time it's a passing play. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Kate, we do see this happen a good bit, don't we? Especially with better defenses in this league. When they get backed up and they get in situational football like this where they have to get a stop, they just crank it up another notch. Stop the run on 1st, stop the pass on 2nd, and now, well, the money down. It's all about
touchdown! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now the PAT try coming up. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And his guys break that tie and now lead by 7. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Has this at the 6. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds a man right side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 2nd and 4. Hits him on the in route. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout. Dropping back to throw. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in the spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
2nd and 10 now. Escapes the pocket.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Throwing from the gun. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. So that's halftime for us here. It's a 7-point game after our first 2 quarters. As we send things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the home team who are out in front. From there, we're off to check out another game. And as you see, they were winners earlier this afternoon. 28-10, the final. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And as you see, they were winners in their ball game. A 3-touchdown differential in the end, 35-14, the final.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. Returning it from the 4. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Throw left side caught by Douglas. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now a give running right. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way He's telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Simple dive up the middle. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Give him 9 yards there, partner. A strong gain. And now a much more manageable 3rd and 4. From midfield now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Big gain, 14 on the play. And they'll have 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Running it now out of the gun. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Motioning the tight end now. They'll throw on 3rd and long. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. This offense ready to get going again now. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. 2nd and 3 now. Pass play coming here. On target to Jackson. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. New set of downs for him at the 38. Play action on 1st down. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's on the move. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
They go play action on 1st. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Here's the handoff. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They pick up a single yard, still well behind the sticks for this 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. but it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Their offense ready to take the field now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. On first down, they'll run. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Looking to the air here. Short pass brought in. And that will not be enough for a first down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Stops for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. He has it at the 22. And some nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. First down, ball at the 36. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. We've got a break in the action. Looks like someone was shaken up on the play. Medical personnel out now to attend to him. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Another carry for him. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. 70 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing off the play fake here. Oh, he's out of time, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
On now comes their punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the offense ready to head back out onto the field. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. He'll throw it. Uh-oh, he can't escape. He's brought down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I think his decision-making were to check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there's none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Punt team on the field. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He has it at the 33. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss. Three quarters in the books from this one. It's their ball late. They have a lead, but it's far from over yet. Offense to the line for second down. They'll try and throw it here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up fourth down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline, and now their offense gets a chance in a one-score game.
They'll send out the punting unit. And this is the fifth time he's been called upon today. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They'll throw to begin this drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. He's going to throw this one. He's got a man left. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First and 10, looking to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. From the 38. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. They'll throw it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Less than a yard needed here on fourth. Throwing now, needing a first. He connects downfield on fourth. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on fourth down. That was impressive. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Needs to go up by a field goal here in the fourth. Extra point sent in through the rain. And these guys push their lead to 3. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Their offense running back out now. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Finds his back complete.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Back to throw. This is reeled in by Jackson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Flushed out of the... This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Third and long for him here. Called in left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Lone back gets the handoff. And is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
It's pushing right, and it's going to miss the mark just on the wrong side of that upright. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Kate, he's going to need a lot of support from his teammates after that one because he knows it. Everybody knows it. The game may have rested on that try, and that'll be one that's tough not to dwell on.
The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. 2nd and 3 now. Here's a throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick this up. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. No gain there, and that'll bring up 4th and a few. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And some professional English on that ball as it bounces out just short of the end zone at the 2-yard line. That count runs their offense. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they'll take him down here right at the 8-yard line. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. He's back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Give him 13 on that play. And they're going to have a 1st down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning. These guys trail by a field goal. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss. So before 3rd down whistles, and yep, the timeout comes in. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll run here from the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Gotta hurry this to the line. He'll look to throw it. Bails out of the pocket quick. Stepping up, and he's gonna run. Timeout taken by the offense. They're 2nd. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Setting up to pass. Dump off caught by his back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Now they'll try the point after. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And his guys make it a 10-point ball game.
Our home team, 14.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The offense headed back to the field. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it'll be second down. Now looking to throw. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Throwing now. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A nice showing here from our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.